Hi everybody, we're here with our cook, our chef, Mike Coppa. I'm Donato Milanese.
Donato.
Today, just call me Donato. Today we're gonna show you how to make Italian Zeppoles. There's other people that call them other ways. We call them Zeppoles. So for this here show, it's gonna be Zeppoles. Mike here is gonna introduce to you the products that we're gonna need to make them. Mike.
Okay, well, the stuffed Zeppoles, I mean, you can make them stuffed with different ingredients, ricotta, pastry cream, you could add Nutella, chocolate, whatever, and they're usually garnished with either chocolate chips, some caramel bits, pistachios, sour cherries, and confit orange rinds, which are basically a mixture of sugar, water, and the orange peel, and it's cooked over low heat for a few hours.
Nice.
And yeah.
It's looking good, buddy.
Already.
I'm ready.
Started.
So listen,
Get started.
let's get started. Hey, Mike, where did you learn how to cook? How did you do it? How did you come about it?
Well, to be honest with you, I started at the tender age of 5.
Oh,
My first meal ever was bacon and eggs. Yeah, like my mom. My mom was always like doing stuff around the house, whether it was laundry or whatnot, and she'd be up at the early hours of the morning, and she'd catch me on a chair cooking on top of the stove.
wow.
Yeah.
Now that's what you call passion.
It is.
Starting at 5?
Yeah.
Passion.
Yeah. It was
So,
unbelievable.
but I heard this year was your second, well, it was your first choice, but it actually came out the second. You were supposed to be doing something else before. Well, weren't you supposed to study as a pharmacist?
Yes, I was pharmacy, but I quickly found out that wasn't for me. I'm very manual.
Well, but it's not only that. Chemicals is one thing, but food, putting them together is another thing.
It's a different type of chemistry.
There you go. Perfect. I love this chemistry. There you go. So let's go. What are you putting in there?
So right now we got some ricotta, and usually for like 2-3 dozens, 2 kilos of ricotta is sufficient.
How about if you have a fresh ricotta? Is that good?
I wouldn't suggest it simply because the one that comes in a basket, it's a firmer ricotta. Fresh one is softer, so you're not going to get the same type of consistency.
The softer one, I think, what do you call it? Fiorella, right?
Fiorella, yeah.
Fiorella, so it's fantastic to eat.
It is.
But to cook, it's
no, even to cook, just for this particular recipe,
I understand.
I wouldn't suggest it. To stuff raviolis or to make lasagna from Fiorella is fantastic.
Good.
It's a great product. But this is just drier, it's firmer. So for the stuffing of zeppole, cannoli, I prefer this.
Perfect.
It's my
That's-
personal preference.
That's all right. That's cool.
So 2 kilos of ricotta and 2 cups of sugar. So, and I always use a paddle. I'm not too keen on the whisk. Just
Now, what's the difference between a paddle and a whisk?
well, the whisk you're incorporating more air into it, whereas a paddle you're creaming it, making a creamier texture.
Beautiful.
So we just start by breaking up the ricotta. Then we're slowly gonna add the sugar.
Okay, you start at a low speed, right?
Yeah, just you want to see what happens.
No. The cleanup crew's not here yet. Okay.
No,
that's
it's only me and you.
Yeah, it's only. Hey, man, you better be neat because.
I'll try.
Okay, that's good. All right.
I've been told Gomeshi chefs are usually very talented.
Yes, boy, I must be extremely talented. You talk to my wife about that one.
So now that it's like starting to incorporate, I'm increasing the speed. And you let this go for like a few minutes.
Okay.
You're gonna also need to like scrape down the sides, so I'm just gonna
Wait, this is funny. Tools just come to you
Yes.
as you know.
like they say, ask and you shall receive.
There you go.
Sometimes you don't even have to ask.
No way. Just have faith, right?
Yes, absolutely. So that's it. In a few minutes, you're gonna get a nice smooth silky look. It's not too liquidy.
So
not too
this
dry.
is this consistency with somebody looking. How would you say would be a consistency?
Well, it's thick. It keeps its shape.
Okay.
Like
Good. Okay.
it's not too runny.
Like a hard whipped cream.
A bit stiffer than that.
Yeah.
Almost like
Yeah,
a
because-
whipped cream cheese.
Okay.
You know. Okay, so that this we could place put it aside for now. Cover it in the fridge.
I have to go get my tool here.
Oh, you're gonna taste test it? Just use the.
No, everybody's gonna see I can't go like this.
Why not? That's the best way. It's no good. No good.
It is amazing.
I'll take that out.
Yeah, no problem. Put in here some cellophane paper, and we're going to put it in the fridge until we need it. Okay, so make sure. What happens when air gets to it?
Well, it dries out. It crystallizes the top. So even when you're putting your plastic wrap on it, try to put it directly on the cheese.
Yeah.
Just so that it doesn't dry out and stays moist like that.
All right. So we're going to go put it in the fridge. Next step
that's
on the side, we're going to start to make the Zeppole dough. What do we got in here, Mike?
Well, here we have some water. We have
How much water you have?
Well, for this recipe, we're going to use 3 cups of water.
But you're tripling it, right?
Yeah, it's a triple recipe.
So this year, any numbers you hear now, it's for 3 doses. It's a triple recipe. So if you want to make one, just 1/3 of it. But we're going to go what we have here. So for 3
cups of water.
3 cups of water.
We have 7 whole eggs and 5 yolks. We have 3 cups of flour. 3 cups of flour with 3 tablespoons of sugar, half a tablespoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And we have 4 tablespoons of butter here.
Okay, but you said they're baking powder.
Baking powder.
How about baking powder or baking soda? Is there a difference?
Yeah, the baking powder works better in this recipe.
Okay. And you said all-purpose, so...
All-purpose is basic. I mean, you can get more technical, use 00, it's a finer flour.
How about one of those pastry, the one already with the baking soda?
Yeah, you got to be careful with that because if you use that, then, well, you got to omit the baking powder or the baking soda.
Good.
And sometimes they usually already come like with a pinch of salt in there.
Okay.
So you just got to be careful when using pre-mixed flour. So we're going to start by boiling the water and butter over the stove. So now that the butter is all diluted and the water is like boiling, we're gonna add the flour all in one shot and start mixing vigorously.
Did you lower the fire, or is it the same?
Same high heat, and you stir it immediately with a wooden spoon.
See, that's a sign of a good chef. Always keeps his place clean.
Have to. So now we put the choux paste in the KitchenAid, and we're just like slowly like cooling it down a bit. You don't want to cool it down too much, but just enough before you start adding in your eggs.
Okay, because if it's too hot, your eggs are going to cook.
Yeah, they're gonna cook. Scramble, you know, scrambled eggs.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, it is hot. So just a bit.
How about if we would put, just an idea, and put in a bucket of ice?
No. You still want the dough hot. You don't want it cold completely.
Okay,
you just want to get rid of that initial heat from stove to KitchenAid.
Understand.
And now we could slowly start adding the eggs one at a time. And well, that was 2. Yeah. You want to add one at a time and make sure that it's like fully incorporated before you add your next egg.
Okay.
The reason for that, you just want the dough to be homogeneous and like emulsified. You want everything. You don't want it wet.
Okay. So this here at the end is going to be like a dry dough.
It's going to be wetter, more. It's not going to be dry, but it's going to be smooth and non-separated. It's going to be like an emulsified.
You filming? So that's wow, pretty creamy, eh?
Yeah. Well, it's still not done. I'm just scraping down the sides a bit.
Yeah.
Make sure everything gets incorporated nicely.
Perfect. Nice.
Cut the tip off.
Okay, but listen.
We got squares.
Okay, listen
Squares.
to me. Listen to me.
You should have told them all
Why
the
do
same
you
stuff.
look at the negative part? Look how many good ones I did. You have to see the good ones I did. It's not just okay. So I made a few things, but it's not right.
Pastor Steve, can you?
You know what, Steve? Deep down inside, I have a good heart. I know it's hard to find, but hey. You're not gonna whip somebody. I'm gonna whip some. So now this is the technique, a nice round circle. But you know what? You don't have to make it perfectly round. When it's homemade, it's close to, but it's beautiful when they're all different.
That's it. So now we just fry them. The fryer, we're gonna put them in the deep fryer.
What if you don't have a deep fryer at home? Can you do it in the skillet with a lot of oil?
Yes, just try to use a high pot. Don't fill too much oil, and make sure there's like enough space for the steam like to bubble up, because or else it's just gonna overflow.
But then after what do you do with a tongue? You just flip it to
Yeah,
cook
you
both
just
sides?
let them submerge them, like use the tongue to submerge them under oil so that they puff up. Just like we tested here. We tried one. See how they puffed up in comparison. So, and you fry them between 350, 375.
Now this one here, before and after. And this is after.
But there's no cream. We didn't even.
So tomorrow. Well, yeah!
Ma ho detto, ma quello sa scrivere che awesome, non si scrive in quello modo, io penso che scrivo awesome.
Half the stuff to
Yeah, we're just gonna slice them in half. Wait until they're cooled a bit, you know.
But can you use any knife? What's
Best is a serrated knife.
serrated knife? Yeah.
There's different qualities. Just get one that you're comfortable with.
Okay. In other words, one that cuts.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Phew. Okay. They say in French, les couteaux volent pas. You see?
Valpo.
No, ils volent pas.
Ils
Ils
volent
volent
pas.
pas. They go low, eh, the knives? Okay. This is a D. This is an O. This is an N. This is an A. This is a T. And this is an O. What do we get? Donato. You place them on a tray.
I just opened them up, you know, so it facilitates the stuffing process. And
You put on one side or two sides?
just one.
One side?
Can't be gluttons.
No, no gluttons. But you can put twice as much on one side. It's like putting half as much
You
on
don't
two
want it
sides.
too much. You want to be able to eat it properly
Yes.
without a fork.
Wow, they look great, man. Oh, I can't wait to try one.
And that's it. There you
And
go.
as they say, that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Zeppole's.
See you guys. Have a great day.